Hi, lovelies. It's me, Franny Galore Wings. I'm really sorry I can't be there with you today, but I hope you all are super excited for this workshop. Today we are doing makeup, and I'm going to be recreating one of my old looks that I've done before with like the gothy kind of moonshine and moonshining in the middle of the face type look. So I'm going to be starting off with the Athena cream palette. I love using cream colored foundations or paints because it's such a versatile product. And if you ever needed to do a quick look for a gig, you can do everything with just one product. So I'm going to be using some synthetic brushes. Also, I grabbed a house sponge and I just cut it in half to be able to blend the beautiful creams on my face. And before I get started on anything, I just added a layer of sunscreen to create kind of a nice barrier between the makeup and my skin. So I'll be starting off here with the white cream. And I'm just going to start adding it in the places where I want my face to kind of have the highlight. And now I'm taking the beautiful sponge, the yellow side, and I'm just using that side to dab the cream, dab the beautiful white cream on my face. And I'm gonna just to help warm it up and to set it in places where I want it to set. I'm just going to take a little bit more white just under the eye with a smaller brush just to kind of cover up the areas where either the product moved or it just didn't grab on as quickly as I wanted to. It is cream and it all depends on the texture of the skin. In some areas of my face it's more oily than others, so it will break down the makeup or make it move easier, but that's okay. So here I'm going to be mixing some yellow, red, white, and brown to create a foundation. But I added a little too much red and it turned out pink, so I'm just going to add a little bit more yellow, a little bit more brown, and a little bit more white, just to kind of get a color that I'm happy with and that it will kind of match my skin. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to cover up something, and that's the color I want, yes. Now I'm just going over the white a little bit again, just touching up any areas that I feel need more coverage. Again, we are working with cream products, so it won't set right away. We just have to be a little patient and keep touching up. You can use your fingers to blend, just make sure they're clean, because I forgot to clean mine and now I'm gonna have a little bit of a pink nose, but it's okay, we make it work. Now I'm going to start with some contour, get the face snatched and chiseled. And I'm going to be using 3 creams. I'm going to mix them up, the 3 colors there. I was trying to see if they had a name on it, but it didn't come with any names, or not that I could find, but these are the 3 colors that I will be using to make my contour. I'm just mixing them up a bit until I'm happy with the consistency and coloring, which yay, I am. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just start dabbing it with the sponge, with the clean side of the sponge, and I'm just gonna start working, dabbing my contour in. Again, it's easier to dab because it is cream. This motion will help warm it up and help spread the product. And now that I'm happy with my cheek contour, I'm going to go ahead and start with my forehead. And now I'm going to take the same brush I used to paint on the white to kind of help melt the contour color and the highlight color together. And then I'm going to take the sponge to just help blend both tones together. Now I'm going to take a little bit of white to really highlight and define the high points of my cheekbones that I really want to stand out. So now I'm gonna get started on my subtle petite wing that I do. I don't worry too much about the outline because I do fill it all in. So if it looks a little messy in the beginning, it's okay. It's gonna turn out fetch either way.
I'm better
now I'm going to take a purple and go over the black lines that I did to kind of create like a faux shadow kind of deal. I do blend it out later with my fingers, but this is right now to kind of create like this is what my eyeshadow would be basically if this was my regular eyelid. And once I'm happy with the purple, I'm just going to start filling it in with the black. Now I'm taking just a little black on my finger and going over the black that I just painted on to just help set and kind of mattify it a little bit.
You see, I had this brother who was mad at me, cause I told my homegirl that it was packing. Told the truth, so I really don't give a damn that I spilled the beans on this little show staring. Oh, some of y'all be fooling us, big feet, big hands, just plain big, but sex ain't worth a damn. We women wanna know these things, if y'all got the vibe and not the swing. If you don't want the girl to talk, and you don't want your feelings hurt, cause if you don't, that girl just gon' go spreading the word.
So I'm just taking a little bit of white and I'm blending my under eye with my petite little wing to kind of give it a smoky effect. To know this, that will straight up go to your business. So if you're gonna come, you better come with it. If you ain't swinging, just put your tongue in it. Oh, some of y'all be killing me, thinking you got powers like Austin, but you're more like Mini-Me. And when you finally get your blood flowing, it be looking like a pinky with a glove on it. If you don't want the girl to talk, and you don't want your feelings hurt. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. Honestly, I'm just hoping for the best and just wishing they turn out, you know, hopefully they're kind of related. Again, there are no rules when it comes to makeup. Just do your brows however you feel comfortable, and if you look at them and think that is fierce, then you know what, your brows are fierce and that's it.
And that's just me. I be killing them with the Gucci fits and kicks, and you be hurting my ears with them lines. So switch and get a new approach. Your game's a joke. Co-signing from the sidelines, trying to poke. I'm bigger than that. Your small talk, face the fact. You wanna rock the boat a little, well, earn your pass, and it's the last call for alcohol. Meet at the bar. Me and my girls doing it big. We pop star. Yeah. Girls talking, got you all cut out.
And once I'm happy with my eyebrows, I go ahead and start doing my lips. I mixed a bit of the purple with a bit of the contour shade that I had left over to create my lip color.
Just wanna party, don't need no issue. If that's your girlfriend over there, I think she miss you. When I'm on the dance floor, tell the DJ give me more.
So once I'm done with my lip and I like how full it is and how it's looking and if the color's right, I go ahead and take the back end of a brush and dip it in some white and put it in the center of my lips. And this is an old school drag trick. It's just to help create like a pouty lip without really trying. So I'm going to be doing like a watery, fiery kind of beard, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to be kind of achieving this with like doing strips of blue, purple, and white paint down my chin and neck to create that beard-esque look. I'm not really I personally don't do beards for drag, but if I were to have to do one, this would be my style of facial hair.
When I'm on the dance floor, tell the DJ give me more. Up so loud the speakers blow the bass, makes my body go. Back and forth now, spinning round and round. Wanna tear it down, I can't control it. My body goes automatic. When I hit the road, automatic.
So before I put my wig on and finish getting dressed, I like to just go over all my makeup, see if there's anything I want to add, anything I want to touch up. This is the perfect time to go over any details that I want to maybe change. Because once you are ready and set for the gig, it's really hard to just kind of take moments because the night is just go, go, go. So once I'm happy with that, I am just going to finish getting ready for the gig, girl. I hope you all enjoyed this skinny tutorial and I hope you had fun and learned something. Don't be afraid to just go all out and experiment with your palette and just have fun and slay, queen.